Noah's Ark, a biblical tale with timeless relevance. The story of Noah's Ark is one of the most well-known and evocative tales in the Bible. Found in the book of Genesis, chapters 6 to 9, it depicts God's decision to flood the earth and destroy all life due to mankind's corruption and wickedness. However, Noah, a righteous man, was spared along with his family and pairs of every living creature, which were saved through the construction of an ark. This narrative, rich in symbolism, raises questions about judgment, salvation, faith, and humanity's relationship with the divine. But what relevance does Noah's Ark have today? How does this ancient story resonate in the modern world, where themes of survival, morality, and humanity's relationship with the divine continue to hold great significance? The biblical narrative. In the Genesis account, God observes the evil and violence that is spread among humanity, and, disheartened by the extent of mankind's corruption, decides to destroy all life with a flood. Yet Noah, described as a righteous and blameless man in his generation, finds favor in God's eyes. God commands Noah to build an enormous ark, a vessel large enough to hold his family and two of every kind of animal, male and female, along with provisions. The floodwaters arrive, and after 40 days and nights, the waters cover the earth, destroying all living things that were not in the ark. After the flood subsides, Noah and his family, along with the animals, emerge from the ark to repopulate the earth. The narrative ends with God's covenant with Noah, marked by the rainbow, symbolizing God's promise never to destroy the earth with a flood again. Theological themes in Noah's Ark. Divine judgment and mercy. One of the most striking aspects of Noah's Ark is the concept of divine judgment. The flood serves as a means of judgment for humanity's moral failure, violence, and sin. God's decision to flood the earth symbolizes a decisive, irreversible judgment on the world as it stood. Yet within this judgment, there is a thread of mercy. Noah and his family, despite the general depravity of the world, are given the opportunity to survive and to begin anew. This theme speaks to the dual nature of divine justice, punishment for sin and the opportunity for redemption. In today's context, this theme resonates deeply in a world often grappling with moral crises, where people still seek divine justice in the face of human suffering, whether it be in terms of moral consequences, personal hardship, or societal challenges. Faith and obedience. Noah's obedience to God's command is another crucial theme. Building the ark, as per divine instruction, required immense faith. Noah had never seen a flood, nor was he familiar with the magnitude of such an event. Yet he followed God's directive without question or hesitation. In a world filled with doubt and skepticism, Noah's unwavering faith remains a testament to the power of obedience to divine will, even when the reasons are unclear. This theme is particularly pertinent in today's world, where faith is often tested. For believers and spiritual seekers, the question of how to remain faithful in the face of doubt or suffering is a central concern. The ark serves as a metaphor for the trust that people must place in a higher power, even when it seems difficult to understand or see the full picture. The covenant and renewal. After the floodwaters recede, God establishes a covenant with Noah, symbolized by the rainbow, promising never to destroy the earth again by flood. This covenant signifies a renewal of the relationship between God and humanity and sets a new course for creation. The rainbow represents God's faithfulness and his promise to sustain the world. In contemporary society, the idea of covenant and renewal is closely tied to the need for restoration and reconciliation. Whether on a personal, societal, or global scale, humanity seeks to renew broken relationships, whether with each other, with the planet, or with the divine. In the context of modern challenges, the idea of a fresh start and divine promises of restoration resonate with the collective human desire for healing. The ark and its symbolism, a symbol of salvation. The ark itself is a powerful symbol of salvation. It is a vessel that saves Noah, his family, and the creatures of the earth from certain destruction. In the context of the New Testament, The ark is often viewed as a prefiguration of Christ, with the salvation offered in the ark compared to the salvation offered through Christ's sacrifice. Just as the ark provides physical salvation from the flood, Christ's sacrifice offers spiritual salvation for all who believe. In modern contexts, the idea of salvation remains highly relevant. People are still searching for ways to escape the floods in their lives, whether these are metaphorical or literal. Natural disasters, personal struggles, existential crises, and societal conflicts create floodwaters that threaten to overwhelm individuals and communities. The ark, in its symbolism, invites us to consider where we find safety and refuge in times of peril, both on a spiritual and emotional level. Environmental stewardship. The ark also has deep connections to themes of environmentalism and stewardship of the earth. God's command to Noah to save the animals and protect them reflects a divine concern for the preservation of life on earth. The ark becomes a symbol of humanity's responsibility to care for creation, safeguarding biodiversity, and nurturing the environment. This theme speaks to the ongoing responsibility humanity has to take care of the Earth's ecosystems and the creatures with whom we share the planet. Just as Noah was entrusted with the care of creation, we too are called to take responsibility for the environment and ensure its sustainability for future generations. The ark as a microcosm of the world. In another layer of symbolism, the ark can be viewed as a microcosm of the world. It contains within it the diversity of life, representing the interconnectedness of all living beings. Noah's task to preserve this diversity highlights the importance of unity, cooperation, and mutual care among all creatures. In today's world, the ark symbolizes the interconnectedness of humanity and the planet. The survival of the ark depends on the survival of all its occupants, mirroring the delicate balance of life on Earth. This theme speaks to the ongoing challenges of cooperation and the need for a shared understanding in addressing global issues. Whether it's fostering peaceful relationships, protecting creation, or supporting mutual growth, the image of Noah's Ark calls for a united effort to protect and preserve the interconnected world we inhabit. Noah's Ark in modern parallels. Survival and renewal. One of the most poignant modern parallels to Noah's Ark is the notion of survival and renewal. Just as the ark provided a refuge for Noah and the creatures during the flood, the ark can be seen as a symbol for survival during personal or societal storms. People today still face challenges that seem insurmountable, whether in terms of personal struggles, societal upheaval, or existential doubts. The ark stands as a symbol of hope in the face of crisis. It offers a refuge from disaster and a new beginning. This concept of survival and renewal is especially pertinent to individuals who are experiencing difficult times. Whether dealing with personal loss, suffering, or confusion, the story of Noah's Ark reassures people that salvation and restoration are possible, even after a period of destruction or chaos. Faith and hope in times of crisis. Finally, the story of Noah's Ark resonates with modern individuals who face personal or societal crises. Whether one is going through an emotional storm, grappling with existential doubts, or witnessing societal breakdowns, the ark provides a powerful metaphor for hope. It is a reminder that even in the midst of destruction and despair, there is hope for renewal and restoration. Faith in the midst of crisis can serve as the ark that carries individuals through their darkest hours, much like it did for Noah and his family. Conclusion. Noah's Ark is much more than an ancient biblical story. It is a powerful narrative that continues to speak to humanity's deepest concerns, from divine judgment and mercy to the importance of faith, obedience, and environmental stewardship. The themes in the story transcend time and place. In today's world, where moral, social, and environmental challenges loom large, Noah's Ark offers wisdom, guidance, and hope. It calls for faith, unity, responsibility, and the protection of creation, principles that remain as relevant now as they were in ancient times. Just as Noah found salvation and a new beginning, so too can humanity find renewal through reflection, action, and a deep connection with both the divine and the earth.